Head of the Health and Care Unit in Africa for the International Federation of the Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies. He joins us now from Nairobi. Thank you so much for joining us on the program. Even before the coronavirus pandemic started, world hunger was increasing in recent years. Why is that, and how has the pandemic exacerbated it?
Thank you very much. As you would know, in Africa, an estimated 86% of the employment in sub-Saharan Africa is in the informal sector, with an absence of social safety nets and many other vulnerabilities, pre-existing food insecurity. All these have been exacerbated by the COVID-19 pandemic. So we are likely to continue to see an increase in the number of people who are thrown into poverty as the pandemic continues to go on, with the measures that have been put in place, the confinement and the containment measures that prevent people from going about their livelihood, means further loss of livelihood and inability to cater for basic needs. So this is a very complex situation for many of the poor people in the region.
It is complex indeed, and the United Nations is calling on governments to adopt a set of policy tools to help people to afford not just food, but quality, nutritious food. What would some of these policies be?
I think some of these policies will be towards building, first and foremost, stronger health systems to ensure access to health care, and of course putting in place social safety nets and building very resilient local institutions and communities. And for us at IFRC, the International Federation of Red Cross, we are pursuing these kind of policies through cash transfer programming, which ensures that we are not only making basic needs available to people, but equally empowering them to be able to make decisions about their livelihoods. So it's a multi-pronged approach, and not a single a policy or approach or strategy could address this kind of complex situation. So we are looking at governments implementing policies that are multi-pronged and take into consideration the whole sector approach.
Last year, according to the United Nations, 2 billion people suffered from food insecurity, and it was some 746 million people suffered from severe food insecurity. Can you explain to us just what that means? Is this missing meals or going several days without having any food?
First and foremost, when people are living below the poverty line, that means that their access to the basic nutritional food that is required to keep them healthy is impeded. So when a situation arises that any pre-existing food insecurity or the COVID-19 further pushes these individuals into situations beneath the capacity, you are going to likely see increase in undernutrition, inability to afford or get access to nutritious food, and even underfeeding, inability to access even the basic normal food. And this, of course, complicates the livelihood of the individuals and the population at large. For example, in Africa, we are going to be seeing additional 18 million people falling into poverty as a result of COVID-19. So the numbers will keep on increasing as long as people's livelihood and ability to access basic food and nutritious elements or components of this food are lacking.
All right, and we're going to leave it there. Adeiza Ben Adinoyi, thank you.